Well, good morning, YouTube. Let's see, today is November 13th, 2016. I had a cervical disc arthroplasty yesterday where they actually put in an artificial disc. Um, and I'm just going to kind of document this on video. There's not a lot of videos out there. There's some, but I think, everybody's got kind of a unique perspective and different ways that this has affected them. So here's my story. I'm 36. I started having neck pain with a chronic pinched nerve about 2007, 2008. Started getting a lot of pain down the right hand, neuropathies on the right hand. Eventually turned to the left hand as well. I just kind of chalked it all up to early set arthritis because I used to be a mechanic. Used to work with my hands a lot. Used to do a lot of powerlifting and build fitness equipment, things like that. But anyways, it was none of that. What it was too much headbanging. I'm a metal guy, and I've been going to metal shows and performing, play guitar a lot. And actually, I remember one of the first things my doctors were asking me, I looked at my MRIs, was how many car accidents I had been in. I've never been in a car accident. It's just too much headbanging and too much performing and kind of going overboard. If you're familiar with the singer for Pantera, Phil Anselmo, that's basically the same thing happened to him, except for different personalities here. He went and got hooked on painkillers, and I just kind of dealt with it. Not to take anything away from it because it sucks, and some people just go about it the wrong way. Anyways, so I've done all the physical therapy, everything like that beforehand. Just did everything. It was kind of shocking to see the progression on the MRI for how bad it has actually gotten. So originally I was supposed to get the Prestige LP, and the Prestige LP is a disc with like a serrated edge to it that runs kind of two bars run down the top of it, and they kind of drill out your vertebrae and they hammer this in. That's what I was supposed to be getting. It's metal on metal. The only concern that I ever had for that was the potential for metallosis, which is just, over time the metal's going to break down. You're going to get metal in your blood. Your body should absorb it. It's really not a big deal, depending on how fast and how much it breaks down. But it shouldn't. But then there's not a lot of long-term research on any of this. It's only maybe 10 years into any kind of real case studies in the United States. Anyways, what they did for me was the Bryan, which was the number two that they had on the list. I was not, I studied all up on the LP, and I had no idea what the Bryan really was. But this is what they went with. It's pretty neat. From what I can tell, there's no glue, there's no screws. Well, I know there's no screws, but I don't think there's even any glue. They kind of route out between the two vertebrae. They kind of make this. It's see where the LP is this big metal ball joint. The Bryan is more of a actual disc, where it's a polyurethane core, titanium top and bottom, sandwiched between each other, and it's squishy and it fully articulates. It really does everything you're supposed to. So you get all that motion back, and it's such a long term process, and these things kind of come on real slowly over time. At least in my case, it did, where I just wasn't paying attention. I'm very much one of those people that when you get hurt, you just keep going. I don't know, it's just the way I am. So, day one, woke up, and apparently I was awake about 15 minutes before I actually realized, because I was having conversations. I don't remember any of it. But when I did finally come to in the real world, I was sitting at about an 8 out of 10 pain scale. Not necessarily, not for this, for my throat. Throat's killing me. It sucks. I mean, I was able to eat yesterday. Actually, not anything too heavy, but I was able to eat like banana. What else did I have? Pie. Ate a lot of smoothies yesterday. Anything cold, man, helps. but I'm constantly clearing my throat because it just feels like something's in there. That's the typical side effect. Didn't think it would hurt quite this much, but whatever, small price to pay. So I'll give you a look at my surgical wound. A lot of the people I've seen, they've got these big bandages over them. My doctor doesn't do that. He did internal stitches with Dermabond, and let me give you a look. So his orders for me were to don't lift anything too heavy, just get out and be active and do everything I would normally do, turn my head, all this kind of good stuff. I do got a little bit of a pinched nerve going this way, but it can take a few weeks for all that for everything to calm down. I mean, it's major surgery, so the neuropathy down my hand wasn't the worst. It would come and go because it was almost like my disc just kept moving and it would just hit the nerve, hit the nerve, hit the nerve. And central canal stenosis, who knows? Who knows? Because I've also got some lower back issues as well. So it's hard to tell how much is from the neck or from the lower back, at least getting down that way. So now I'm on day 2. I took, let's see, yesterday I got home. They forgot to give me my painkiller before I left. And obviously the painkillers they put me on before I woke up did not work. Really did not work. I might as well not have had any. But today, let's see, last night I took a 5 milligram Percocet, 325. And then for bed, because I can't sleep when I take Percocet, I took a 1 tramadol, a very low dose. I can't remember the dose, but it's about the lowest you go. Woke up today. Yeah, sore throat. I had a better voice yesterday. Today's kind of scratchy. Swallowing sucks. But I haven't taken any painkillers yet today. Doing all right. Pain is it's a little more than it usually is on my general baseline daily basis kind of thing. But yeah, except for the throat. That's the worst. But yeah, I mean, I don't feel bad. I'm kind of tired, but I mean, who wouldn't be? Like I said, the range of motion, right about here, I get a little bit of a pinched nerve feeling. But over here was funny, because that way was the way that the nerve used to be pinched all the time. I could only go about that far and turn my body. Down, definitely tense in the neck, but again, who wouldn't be? Up, this hurts. I get a little pinch in the back left. The same thing from when I turn that way. But other than that, I'm all right. I guess it could be a lot worse, but I don't have the horror story. It hurts, but it's definitely not like, oh my God, no, it's all right. Hopefully I'll be seeing the more benefit from it, obviously, over the next few weeks, and I'll keep you all updated.